Welcome back, Explorer. Gotten over the seasickness of the previous level? Don't worry. There won't be any gung-ho survivors shooting at you here. We promise. And would we ever lie to you? Lucky for you, enough wandering through those dark, wet corridors leads you to clipping to somewhere entirely new. Through a vapor that smells like cotton candy and the burning dust inside a boxy old analog television. It smells like childhood. You close your eyes, feeling an immense pressure compressing your entire body, until it stops. You open your eyes, and you're somewhere new. Or is it somewhere very old? Either way, welcome to level 18, Explorer, and thanks for the memories. You realize you're not standing anymore. You're sitting cross-legged, like a child, on a colorful carpet. You look up to see the garish room you're sitting in, and you're hit with déjà vu, like a runaway freight train. The rudimentary pencil and crayon drawings on the wall, the alphabet garland snaking around the space where the wall meets the ceiling, the posters detailing facts about animals, science, and half-hearted anti-bullying messages. All those tiny chairs and desks, and the blackboard covered in scribbles. You're in your second grade classroom. Miss Taylor's class, yes. You remember it clear as day, though you probably haven't actually set foot in here in 20 years. And no, for once, we don't mean that it looks similar to Miss Taylor's class, or that it evokes connecting memories. This is Miss Taylor's classroom, exactly as you remember it. Even down to the Darth Vader pencil topper on her front desk that you used to think was so cool. How is this possible? Have you gone from a world where you're irrelevant to a place where you truly are the main character? If this world is drawing directly from your memories. Okay, well, hold your horses a little there. I'm afraid it isn't that grandiose. Level 18 is a little more metaphysical than many of the previous levels. It's a generally highly personal experience, made from the significant or formative memories of whoever is subjectively experiencing it at any given time. And for you, for some reason, it's Miss Taylor's second grade classroom. What did this place mean to you, Explorer? What happened here? Why is such an innocuous place so important? You've taken in the scenery of this nostalgic room quite enough. You rise to your feet and prepare for a good old-fashioned explore, an activity that you've grown extremely accustomed to throughout your time in the Backrooms. Perhaps because you're walking around in an externalization of your own memory, you feel as though you're innately aware of how to find your way around inside here. Or, at the very least, you hope. As you head towards the hallway near the back of the classroom, you see photos of previous classes affixed to the walls. You take a step closer and look at them. All the little children, lined up with the teacher for the photo. There's something wrong with their faces. All of them except Miss Taylor. Their features aren't entirely gone, like a faceling, but they're configured incorrectly. Eyes, mouths, and noses seem to be scattered randomly across the children's faces. Your best guess is that it's because memory is fallible. You can't remember what these children look like, so your mind is filling in the blanks. Why would you have remembered these kids you never met? You continue out into the hall, and you're struck by a somewhat eerie feeling. More so than other areas in the back rooms. You feel like you shouldn't be here. It's like you're an intruder. Your mind is flooded with memories of parent-teacher evenings, where you were left to wander around the school's hallways at night, the lights mostly off, feeling like you'd broken into a place where the universe was slightly altered. But here, you're in a different universe entirely, Explorer. And you know something awful is waiting for you. At the end of the hallway, you find the school library. You know it before you even see it, because when you open the door, you're assailed with the strong smell of the librarian's coffee and the scent of dusty old paper. You spent so many hours in that library over the years, disappearing into the fantastical worlds of books. Your escape, your respite from how hard and cruel reality could often be. It gives you a warm glow inside to be in there among all those childhood favorites again. Until you remember the second floor. Just the thought of it sends a shudder down your spine. Even as an adult, It's remarkable how things like this can still hold power over you all these years later. All the kids back then spread rumors about the second floor of the library being haunted. Really, it was a glorified storage area, connected to the library below an old, creaking set of metal stairs. There was a prop up there, a strange, malformed human body, made out of papier-mâché, years before you were even born. Probably made for some school play or Halloween party, but it waits up there in the dark. The kids back then would dare each other to walk to the top of the stairs, while the rest just stood there and watched. The brave ones made it up halfway, but none of them ever made it up all the way. You remember trying it yourself. You felt so courageous to begin with, but the second you saw that dark shape, the body, waiting for you up there, your resolve melted. You ran back down those stairs faster than you thought was physically possible, while all the other kids just watched and laughed at you. It was good practice, Explorer. Look at how well all that running has done you now. You know better than anyone that sometimes running is all you can do. The memories get to be too much, and you decide to leave the library. The bad vibes of the second floor erase whatever goodwill the memory of books long since read might have given you. You get that nagging feeling you sometimes get in the back rooms, where it feels as though your thoughts aren't your own, and that some alien force is insinuating concepts into your brain. It's a scary feeling, to feel as though the boundaries between you and everything but you are beginning to blur. It's dread, pure and simple, the dread of disappearing, of fading away. That's when the whispers start. As you walk down the long school halls, trying to remember the way out, cruel whispers begin to invade your mind. They don't say anything you haven't thought before, but they do it with such venomous intensity that you find it startling. It reminds you of your horrific hallucinations on level 6. They start slow and quiet at first, so you just keep walking. But soon enough, the mysterious whispers in your ears are too loud to ignore. Remember when your mother left you behind in the supermarket and didn't come back for you for hours? Remember when you flunked that test and your father didn't let you eat for 2 days as a punishment? Remember the time the bullies found you alone in that park and beat you until you couldn't even get up and walk away? Remember when they rejected you? Remember all the times you were hungry, alone, and afraid? Remember seeing the man from the dark? Their words are hot and suffocating, reminding you of some of the worst times in your life before, feeling like hands tightening around your throat. Before the hyperventilating can start, you're lucky enough to see a fire exit. You'll do anything for a little fresh air right now, so you run towards it, gritting your teeth and hope that those evil, poisonous whispers stop. It feels like salvation when you push the door and spill out onto the playground, the soles of your shoes squeaking against the blacktop like so many years ago. The whispers have stopped, for now at least. That's a relief. You take a deep breath in and exhale. Who would have thought that it'd take going to the back rooms to finally make you adopt some healthy coping mechanisms, knowing some horrific entity could kill you at any moment? Still, now isn't the time to get all existential. Instead, you look up at the clear blue sky and the shining sun. You could easily imagine you're in the old world. What a joy it would be to start again, to make better choices, to avoid all the mines. Now you know where they're all planted. But as a Greek playwright once said, one thing is denied even to God: to alter the past. Instead, you decide to explore this long-buried memory some more, walking around the playground, scoping out the old basketball court and the faded hopscotch lines. Did you have fun here once? It's hard to remember. It's as though something else happened here. Some black hole that draws all other memories and feelings towards it. What happened here? That's when you hear the voice, and you feel yourself getting cold, as though an icy breeze has cut across the playground, despite the sun above. Hey kid, why don't you come over here? I want to show you something. Your head turns slowly as though on a crank, seeing the grassy embankment that slopes down to an old chain-link fence, the only thing separating the playground from the world outside. And that's where the dark figure stands, his blurry fingers gripping the metal of the fence. His breaths are deep and ragged. You walk to the edge of the grass, not in control of your actions. "A little closer," he says. "You won't be able to see from there." His voice sounds like a disease. It makes your skin feel dirty. You get the sense that you shouldn't come any closer. If you stay away from the fence, he can't hurt you. You just need to stay away from that fence. "Closer," he repeats. "Just a little closer." Are you an entity?" you ask. The man on the other side of the fence just laughs. You still can't make him out. He's one with the shade of the trees beyond the playground. "Don't you remember, James?" he says. "I've always been here. I'm part of this memory. Silly little kid. Didn't your mommy tell you not to talk to strangers?" You stammer out, "I'm not a kid anymore." The man lets out a long, hissing breath and says, "You're always a kid here." You're not quite sure what to do. This man, is he telling the truth? Is he some entity? Or is he why you're even remembering this place? Something that happened here long ago. Something you repressed. Maybe you should ignore your instincts. Maybe you should get closer. Investigate. That's when you feel something tap against the back of your leg and turn around, startled. It is quite literally the last thing you could possibly expect. A pink plush dinosaur, teetering on a pair of awkward legs, smiling at you with shiny black plastic eyes. It's one of the cutest things you've ever seen. It is, appropriately, mostly known as the Plush Dino. It shakes its head, as if to say, "Don't go down there." And without a single word, you know to believe it. It turns and walks away, and you decide to follow, knowing on some level that this must be some kind of steward on this level, an unambiguously positive force, a wonderful thing in the backrooms, for there are so few of those. It will lead you out of this strange and frightening episode of your distant past. You don't turn back, but you hear the poison voice of the man behind the fence calling after you. One more time. "I'll see you again, James. And you'll see me too." You just keep walking, following that adorable little plush dino. You know, so many have come to this level and never wanted to leave. They're bewitched by their nostalgia. They want to stay in their memories, in a foggy recollection of their past, forever. And not even the adorable plush dino can help them. We suppose sometimes having a terrible childhood has its advantages. Want to stay tuned for the next exciting exploration into the backrooms as we delve deeper and deeper into this liminal abyss? Be sure to subscribe to the Backrooms Explained and turn on notifications so you never miss another expedition. Now go check out level 19, Attic Floorboards, for more exercises into Backrooms terror.